Good afternoon. Welcome to Crossroads Chiropractic's weekly Facebook Live.
Yes.
And we're in a different background here, eh? You're seeing us from the front of our office. And this is what our
We're showing something new.
This is what our front of our office looks like. So no nice trees in that behind us.
No.
So, today, what we wanted to talk about is we want to talk about acid reflux and GERD or GERD. And we want to give you some normal natural treatments for taking care of this acid reflux. Because the reason why I'm talking about it is every time I have a new patient that comes in the office, almost guaranteed one of the things that they're dealing with is acid reflux. And it's not age specific, right? So I have we've had a baby come into the office with acid reflux. I have a lot of kids with it, and our adult population, so like almost everyone has acid reflux, right? Yeah. It's kind of like the one thing that no one wants to talk about is acid reflux.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about it today. We're going to give you some good things that you can do to get you over the hump here. So, so first off, there's the dietary stuff, and then there's the physical stuff. So Dr. Christina is going to start off first.
Okay. So I did want to explain a little bit about what it is.
That's probably a good idea.
So,
if you don't know what it is.
Right. Acid reflux is basically a symptom that you can have occasionally. Basically because the lower esophageal sphincter, so the sphincter like right here, right above your stomach, can become weak or can have difficulty functioning properly. And so basically that makes the acid from your stomach go up into your esophagus and irritate the lining. So that's basic acid reflux. What GERD is, it's gastroesophageal reflux disease. So basically that means you're having acid reflux, more than 3 times a week. So it's become a chronic thing, and it's a regular everyday thing. So that's kind of the little difference there between like the two terminologies essentially. So what can you do dietarily to help with that? Well, making lifestyle modifications is a really simple, easy way before you get to medications. So you can basically stop eating or minimize how much you're eating in terms of fatty foods or acidic foods, or make sure that, when you're taking medications, it's better to take it with food as well, because it helps to minimize, because medications can make the stomach much more acidic, and so you'll get that regurgitation that can happen with that. So things like ibuprofen, for example, or Advil, those regular things we take when we have aches and pains, that can cause, so even just stopping that can really help a lot.
Awesome.
Also, actually, one last thing, diminishing or reducing the amount of caffeine and alcohol. Yeah, I know you're gonna jump in, so I'm just like, I
was just supporting you in your comment.
Okay, awesome, thank you. But yeah, reducing the amount of caffeine and alcohol you drink, and especially caffeine on an empty stomach that you drink.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and especially for people who drink at work, drink their coffee, they don't count the number of coffee mugs they drink. They count the number of coffees by the number of pots, and if that's you, then that's a really good thing to start cutting out or eliminating in your diet. Coffee's good, but you don't want to overdo it.
No.
Now, the second thing you need to deal with really is the physical associations with acid reflux and GERD. Now, there's one simple thing that you can do to help reduce the symptoms is just chewing your food. Most people, when they eat, they actually are inhaling their food. They don't actually spend the time that they need to chew the food appropriately. So make sure that you're actually chewing your food. The old, when you were young, your mom said, you have to chew your food 100 times. I don't know if that's just a wives' tale or whatever, but there is truth to that. You really need to make sure that your body's digesting your food. And the first form of digestion, or first area of digestion of your food, is in your mouth, actually breaking it down and getting the salivary amylase, the enzymes in your saliva to start breaking down a lot of the protein, or a lot of the starches in that. So that's the first thing. Number 2, make sure that you're not eating in front of like the TV or computer, because not only is eating fast a problem, but when you're distracted, you're going to eat too much, you're going to eat too quickly, and you're going to increase the amount. So, you're just probably just, if you think about it, if your stomach is an organ and it's been resting all day, you sit down in front of the TV and then you just load it up with a whole bunch of stuff that it's not ready for. It's like sitting down on a couch and getting up and trying to run a 5K. You're going to be in a lot of pain. Same thing with your stomach. Your stomach is not going to be able to cope with that huge amount of volume in such a short period of time. So make sure you're not distracted. Honestly, the best thing is sit with the family, right? Like, the social interactions when you're sitting with your family or with your friends or with other people that you know, and it is such a huge thing.
Having a conversation, putting down your fork.
Putting down your fork, absolutely.
And just talking for a bit.
Not talking with your fistful.
No.
But talking, right?
But talking a little bit and just letting
Absolutely.
your stomach give it time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the last physical thing that you can actually do is don't lie down immediately after you eat, because you want to make sure that your food is moving the right direction, right? When you lie down, your acid in your stomach levels off and things start moving forwards to the mouth, right? Versus where we want it to go, right? And so we're just down. And so stay elevated. Keep a vertical, not horizontal, right after you eat a meal, because that's going to be the most important thing. So
absolutely.
Awesome. So I hope these tips help.
Yeah.
Probably the best tip that we can actually give anybody, really, for the most part, when it comes to acid reflux, is get checked for subluxation, because it is amazing. Subluxation, the number one symptom of it, especially for the lower cervical spine, upper thoracic, is acid reflux. If you're subluxating, your spinal cord is getting crushed or choked there, you're going to develop acid reflux. Guaranteed 100% of the time. So we've helped hundreds of people with acid reflux, to the point where actually I've had a patient who had chronic acid reflux and they had ulcerations in their esophagus. And guess what happened as we started getting their nervous system healthy? The body healed and those ulcerations went away. So even if you've had it for a long time, chiropractic really is the best thing that you can do to alleviate the cause of it. But doing these home remedies is going to help just relieve the symptoms in the meantime while your body's healing and getting back to normal.
Absolutely. Just as an afterthought before we go,
Yep.
One also thing that you can actually eat if you're experiencing some acid reflux is almonds. Because they are very high in calcium, and calcium carbonate is what you eat when you take a Tums. But this way, it's a more natural remedy, and you're not taking all the preservatives and other junk that's in the Tums, right?
Yeah.
So you're getting a natural remedy for that. So that's awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Right? So this has been, thanks for watching. This has been Dr. Josh. I'm already saying goodbye.
Dr. Christina. He's already saying goodbye.
I'm already saying goodbye. But thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, I know people I can already see some comments already coming up on the screen. Give us our comments so we can answer them as quickly as we can. Please share this video. If you know someone who's dealing with acid reflux, make sure they're watching this, because this is going to be huge, vital information for them. They're it's going to be so important to them.
Absolutely. If you have any other remedies that work really well, like
write them down. We can talk about it. Absolutely. Yeah, we just talked about a small number of them. There's lots of other things that work great, and we can keep this discussion going, because if it can help some people, we want to make sure that they get the help they need.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So again, this is Dr. Josh.
And Dr. Christina.
and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.